The final candidate screamed for precisely 11 seconds before the biotech armor rejected her. The living metal tore itself violently from her nervous system, ripping away in flashes of light and leaving her convulsing on the cold stone floor of the temple chamber. Arden Crash watched from the observation gallery as medics rushed in, stabilizers and neural dampeners already in hand. 17th failure this month. 409th failure overall. The armor had been discovered 3 centuries ago, and it had not changed its judgment once. Next candidate will be processed in 6 hours, the temple administrator announced, his voice flat with exhaustion earned from witnessing the same ritual too many times. Dismissed. The gallery slowly emptied. Arden did not move. Her eyes remained fixed on the armor, suspended within its containment field. It was a living relic from a civilization that had vanished 5,000 years earlier. Bioluminescent patterns rippled across its surface, organic metal flowing like liquid frozen mid-motion. It was beautiful, elegant in a way only ancient design could be. And it was lethal to anyone it deemed unworthy. "You're still here," a voice said behind her. Arden turned. Elder Morpheus stood a few steps away, the keeper of the temple and the only living person who had ever survived the armor's rejection. His left arm ended abruptly at the elbow, the price he had paid for believing himself worthy 4 decades earlier. "I'm thinking," Arden replied. "Everyone does," Morpheus said quietly. "Everyone believes they're special enough. Strong enough. Destined." He gestured toward the armor. "It doesn't care what you believe. It only cares what you are." "What does it want?" Arden asked. Morpheus gave a humorless smile. "If I knew, I'd still have my arm." He continued, voice heavy with history. 409 have tried. Soldiers. Scientists. Telepaths. Empaths. Engineers. Priests. Every combination of psychology and physiology imaginable. It rejects them all. Then why keep trying? Arden asked. "Because whoever bonds with that armor becomes unstoppable," Morpheus answered. "It multiplies physical capability 50-fold. Interfaces seamlessly with technology. Heals catastrophic injuries in seconds. Whoever wears it could end empires." Arden studied the armor one final time. Then she made a decision that would alter the course of history. "I want to be the next candidate." Morpheus laughed, though there was no amusement in it. "You?" he asked. "You're a maintenance technician. You repair climate systems and power grids. What makes you think you're different?" "Nothing," Arden replied calmly. "I'm not special. I'm not a warrior. I'm not brilliant or chosen by gods." She met his gaze. "I fix broken things because they need fixing. Maybe that's what it wants. Someone who sees a responsibility, not a trophy." "That is the most naive thing I've heard in decades," Morpheus said. "Then let me be naive in the containment chamber instead of watching from this gallery," Arden replied. Morpheus studied her with his one remaining eye. "You understand what rejection usually means?" "Yes." 63 candidates were killed instantly. The rest were crippled. "I know. Why take that risk?" Arden exhaled slowly. "Because that armor has been sitting here for 300 years waiting for someone to ask the right question. Everyone asks if they're worthy of it." She paused. "Maybe we should be asking if we're worthy of finishing what its creators began." 6 hours later, Arden stood alone inside the containment chamber. Morpheus monitored from behind reinforced shielding, hands hovering over emergency cutoffs that had never saved anyone before. The armor hovered before her, glowing softly, its light probing deeper than any sensor. "Last chance to walk away," Morpheus said over the comm. "Lower the field," Arden replied. The containment barrier dropped. The armor drifted forward. Every instinct screamed at Arden to run, but she forced herself to remain still. It circled her once. Twice. Invisible systems evaluating criteria beyond human understanding. Then it struck. The armor slammed into her chest and spread across her body like molten metal. Pain exploded through her nervous system as millions of neural connections formed simultaneously. She felt it invade her blood, her muscles, her bones, reading her memories, fears, doubts. And then it spoke. Not with words, but with pure meaning. Images flooded her mind, the Xanathi, its creators, locked in a galaxy-spanning war they could not end. The armor was never meant for conquest. It was built to complete something left unfinished. It hurts, Arden gasped. Why does everyone fail? Because they seek power, the armor answered. You seek purpose. There is a difference, the armor conveyed. I want to finish what you started, Arden forced out through clenched teeth. You were built to end a war. That war is over, but there are others. There's always another conflict. The pain intensified, testing her resolve. It would have been so easy to let go, to fail like the others. But Arden had spent her life repairing systems everyone else abandoned as impossible. I'm not asking you to choose me because I'm exceptional, she said, each word costing her. Choose me because I won't quit. I will carry you wherever conflicts need to end, not for glory, but for completion. The armor went still. 5 seconds passed. Then it changed. The invasive agony softened, transforming into strength. The armor no longer fought her, it integrated. Arden felt her awareness expand, senses amplifying until she perceived molecular structures in the walls, electrical patterns in Morpheus's brain, quantum fluctuations in the generators. Impossible, Morpheus whispered. It accepted you. Arden rose to her feet. The armor moved with her thoughts, fluid and responsive, like a second skin. It didn't accept me because I'm worthy, she said softly. It accepted me because I understand it. She turned to Morpheus. This isn't a weapon. It's a promise. A promise to finish what was started, and then stop. Morpheus's shock slowly became understanding. What will you do now? He asked. Arden looked down at the living metal covering her body, its systems humming in perfect harmony with her own. I'm going to end wars, she said simply. Every conflict that can be finished. Every battle that's gone on too long. That's impossible. Good, Arden replied. Then this armor finally has the right bearer. Arden walked toward the temple doors. The armor adapted effortlessly, reshaping itself with each step until it felt like part of her. The massive doors opened automatically, recognizing a biological signature they had waited centuries to detect. What do I tell the council? Morpheus called after her. They'll want to control you. Study you. Turn you into a weapon. Arden didn't turn back. Tell them the armor chose its bearer, and its mission, she said. Tell them wars are going to end whether the powerful approve or not. She stepped into the sunlight. The armor flared with brilliance unseen in 5,000 years. Somewhere in the galaxy, a war was waiting to be finished. An Arden crash was coming.